Cheese Lover King is here for a limited time, only at Burger King.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctor's Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to Yad. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Orrett Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees so fair. Today is Wednesday, the 24th day of June 2026, right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. We do hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable evening. Those of you who are on our roads, whether you're a pedestrian, a cyclist, or if you're operating any type of motorized vehicle, we urge you to please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road, because the life you save may just be your own. Those of you who have been dialed into Radio Cayman 89.9 FM this morning, you would have just heard the song, I'm So Proud to Be Caymanian. That is such a beautiful song. And you know something, folks? If we had our own national anthem, which of course would be Beloved Isles Cayman, then we could use this one as our national song. But of course, we will have to take several constitutional steps forward in order for us to have that privilege of singing our own song, singing our own praises without being subjugated to others. Some controversial words there, but someone may want to take it on this morning as well. So, folks, like I said earlier, hope and trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable evening, and those on our roads, we urge you to please be extremely cautious. Ensure that you observe the rules of the road, because the life you save may just be your own. For those of you, of course, celebrating a birthday today, we want to wish you a happy birthday or a happy belated birthday, whichever is applicable, and to remind you that the For the Record birthday shout-outs brought to you by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes from generation to generation. Coca-Cola still a Cayman classic. Those of you who have lost loved ones, again, we want to extend our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these extremely challenging times, and that the memories of your loved ones will be a blessing. Those of you who are ill and are at home or at a medical facility here in the Cayman Islands or overseas, we wish you a speedy recovery as well. And a big shout out again to our colleague here at Radio Cayman, none other than Mr. Joel Wilson. Of course, for those persons who have lost loved ones, if you listened to the proceedings at our Parliament, you would have heard tributes being offered by our various members of Parliament to those families who have lost loved ones, as well. And we want to again extend our condolences to all of those families. So, folks, this morning we will have, I don't believe that we're going to have any guests in the studio. I have been in contact with some of the members of the progressives. Of course, if you listened to our proceedings of our parliament last night, you know that they went on. The proceedings continued on pretty late in the night. We know that some members of parliament probably didn't reach home until after midnight as well, so we certainly can understand the situation. So the phone lines will be open for the entire show unless some other guest comes in to the studio. Of course, if you want to call in, we do have a toll-free number. If you're calling from a flow number, that toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us 949-8037, 949-6990, WhatsApp number 925-3261. Of course, I always have interesting information to share with you as well, either relating to our government, relating to the Cayman Islands, or maybe something overseas as well. But first of all, let us look at the birthday shout-outs this morning, brought to you by Coca-Cola. So we see that, let me get all of these lined up here. Today, Miss Darlie Ebanks is celebrating a birthday. And I have more on that, but there are others that we did receive. And of course, this is coming from Miss Aldine. Happy birthday shout outs to my daughter, Natasha Hides. Also to Miss Susan, DJ Lynn celebrating his birthday today as well. DJ Lynn celebrating a birthday today. Yeah, that's what they have passed on to me here. DJ Lindbergh Eden, also Mr. Harry Powell, Devon Wright, Kayla Echenike, Cadian Ebanks, and Albert McLean, all celebrating birthdays today and tomorrow. Kathy Smith celebrating a birthday. Miss Anna Rose Washburn also celebrating a birthday tomorrow, and Paul, as well as Paula Porter, celebrating a birthday tomorrow. So now we're going to go back over to the Facebook ones provided by Miss Susan as well. So we see where Mr. Waldo Hilton Parchment celebrated his birthday yesterday, the 23rd of June, as well as Miss Crystal Godet. And some of these names here are repeated. Again, tomorrow, Miss Anna Rose Washburn celebrating her birthday. Mr. Robert B. Arch will be celebrating his birthday on Friday, the 26th of June. Miss Sean Pardo will be celebrating her birthday on Saturday, the 27th of June. Nick Michaels on Saturday, as well as Sean Sweeney. And again, folks, those birthday shout-outs brought to you by Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes from generation to generation. Coca-Cola still a Cayman classic. And if you know someone who's celebrating a birthday or any other momentous occasion, please share that information with us right here and for the record. And we will give them a big shout out as well. So this person says, good morning, OC. Well, what is Beloved Isle Cayman? Surely that is our national song. Yes, Beloved Isle Cayman is our national song, but we do not have a national anthem. Reason we have to call it a song rather than an anthem at this point in time is because we, as a British overseas territory, as a colony of the United Kingdom, then you know what? The anthem that we have to sing, God Save the King. So that is why. But if we were an independent jurisdiction, then we could have our own national passport. We could have our own national song if we wanted to. But topping it all off, we could also have our own national anthem, which probably won't happen in my lifetime. But if it does happen, we hope and we trust that Beloved Isles Cayman will be our national anthem whenever that happens, as well. We have a caller, but why don't we go to the commercial break so that we don't have to interrupt the caller when we return. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, invites you to be a part of history as we rename our headquarters to honoring the man who helped build our national station from the ground up. Join government officials, past and present staff, and family and friends as we pay tribute to Mr. Loxley Banks for his decades of service to broadcasting and to our islands. Join us on Friday, June 26th at 9 a.m. right here on the grounds of Radio Cayman. Radio Cayman, the voice, heart, and soul of the Cayman Islands.
Did you know there are over 100 Adventist-owned businesses right here in the Cayman Islands? Adventist entrepreneurs are making a powerful impact across Cayman. Join us on Sunday, June 28th at 2 p.m. at the Lion Center, Grand Cayman for the ASI Cayman Business and Career Expo. Explore products and services, enjoy exclusive discounts, free samples, giveaways, and exciting prizes. Need a wellness check? Enjoy free health screenings and relaxing massage therapy. Thinking about your future career? Young people, students, and job seekers, whether you're looking to grow your business, plan your future, network with professionals, or simply enjoy a great community event, this is the place to be. Admission is absolutely free. The ASI Cayman Business and Career Expo. Showcase, connect, succeed. Sunday, June 28th, 2 p.m. at the Lion Center. For more information, visit asicayman.interamerica.org.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite Band-Aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. But don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Looking for the ultimate place to watch the world's biggest football tournament? Head to Legends Bar and Grill, Coca-Cola's headquarters for every match. It's the closest you'll feel to being at the games live with Coca-Cola mixer specials all tournament long. Feel the energy and cheer on your favorite team surrounded by your country colors. Can't make it out? No problem. Order Legends' famous menu for home delivery and bring the matchday experience to your living room. Legends Bar and Grill, your World Cup Coca-Cola headquarters.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay Mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone, and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Let's go straight to the phone lines for a caller who's been holding for quite a while. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
I've not been holding that long.
Oh, okay.
Longer than that. Good morning, DOC.
Good morning. How art thou?
I'm good. I think you call this telepathic. I heard your last statement about having our own national anthem and the like.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things I said I got called in on this morning about how we got this World Cup, not just the World Cup fever, but we patronize the various football countries.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we got some really, really fanatic people, especially them Argentina fans. Oh my God, Osi. I got a cousin up there in East End who married to Barra Martinez from West Bay, who in that area where he grew up, everything is Argentina to the point where they name the football team Boca Juniors.
Okay.
And one year, the World Cup, I was hosting the World Cup. Me and your good friend Ray Hides, and Barra came down with his nice, intelligent, beautiful East End wife, and he convert her into being a huge fan. And then they got that 3 kids, and they convert them to the point where they wanted to go up on my flagpole and pull down my flag. So I'm saying, and I run into a few people doing, because every day I wear Brazil flag from time the World Cup start.
Mm.
Because me too patronized it. I went to many corners of the world to see Brazil play, and that's good. And that's good that they believe in their team and stuff like that. But what I want to say is that I would love if we all Caymanians would patronize the Cayman culture, like how we do of these football teams that we not really even familiar with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, I had the opportunity of even staying in Munich on the 12th floor when the whole entire football team of Brazil was staying on the 14th floor. So I get to even in the dining room with their parents and girlfriends. And so, but still, I have a love for my country a lot more, and I try to patronize my Caymanians more than I do the team.
Mm-hmm,
but some people, they die hard or see. And that is what I would love for us Caymanians to do for Cayman, like how you're talking about the national this and the national song and creating that. And I want to say there's 2 females that I recognize in the community, and that's Carol Jackson.
Okay.
She wear her Cayman.
Oh yes,
shirt,
yes,
no matter where she go.
Uh-huh.
I understand now she getting on the wares with the same colors, but I no.
Carl going to fix you this morning to letting out her secrets.
Yeah. Well, I'm a professional, but I still know that nobody will never see those on the wear whether they see them on the line, and they don't do line no more. They do dryers. So, and then there's a young lady by the name of Josani for men. Is how you say it. She reigns out at Walker's Road.
Oh, yes. Had her on the show the other day on the buzz, when I was in the buzz.
See, what a young lady that knows about Cayman and could sell Cayman. All that money that we gave some time ago to some girl that was skiing or doing something to put Cayman on her shirt, a sport that we're not even associated with. All that kind of money should be given to people like Carol and Josani to be ambassadors for the Cayman Islands. They're the people, because this young lady can sell Cayman. I hear her on an interview, a video, selling East End, much better than any East Enders that I've heard in the past, you know. And she got this bubbly way about her that attracts the audience attention, you know. So I think our tourist department should recognize people like them and get them to promote and use them to promote and sell Cayman in the right way, like Cayman kind that we always talk about. So I was so happy this morning when I heard you mention that same thing, you know. And another thing about the Josani girl is that she is now a real estate agent.
Yeah.
You know? Yep. And I'm so happy for that we finally got someone who we can identify that is, you know, out there selling the Cayman Islands, you know?
And we have several Caymanians now in that area as well. Yes.
Yeah. There's quite a few now coming up. But
we just hope that they don't lock them out of the big deals. You know, when these 10-story buildings are built and stuff like that they have their own little clique that they will, you know, give the sales to, as opposed, you know, to some of the local realtors, you know, as well. Because if all that commission are passed on to our local thing, the money stays right here in our community, you know, in our economy. Yep.
So I think I mentioned this on your show before. What Turks and Caicos have done for you to be a real estate agent, you must be from Turks.
Yeah. They just changed their legislation in that regard. Yep.
Yeah. So that might be something that we might have to look into and just get our people to sell, because, I played a little game on McLean Drive. There was a sign went up next door to my mother's house, and I called a number, just messing around, and asked the young lady that answered the phone. I think it might have been a Canadian. I'm not too sure. The accent, I could trying to catch it. If the property floods, her picture's on there, you know. So you're selling the property. She told me, no, she don't know, but she would have check on it. She'll Google the area and see if it's a flooding area. So here you are with your picture up, phone number and everything, but you can't tell me the simple thing if the property flood. And we know John McLean don't flood. So automatically, you all know that. I can ask you that and you can tell me, no, that like a flood. And you probably don't even know the piece of property I'm talking about, you know, the area, you know?
Yep.
So yeah, I think we need to encourage more of our people, and the only how that we can do that is if we change the legislation and that, and like you say, and then that will help us into making the big deals. Also, getting in, you know, we'd be closer to making the big deals.
Yeah.
But if we keep giving work permit for people that have a pretty face, because one girl told me, a foreign person told me that she was considering going into a thing, but she didn't have no experience. And I said, well, why you looking big dollars or what? You know, just like that. She said, no, she was approached by one of the person that worked there and she said, I have no experience. She said, they say, oh yeah, but you got the body and the face. So you can, all like her now would encourage some guy to
Yes,
you know?
yes, that appeal, yeah.
Yeah.
And probably a little Caucasian skin color as well.
Oh, that too. Oh, see, you know how that goes. Yeah. So yeah, OC, I just want now, all you football fans out there, we need to get behind our national song that OC will be writing soon. Anthem, and our colors and our shirts. And
that's gonna be Beloved Isle Cayman. That's gonna be our national anthem.
Or we gonna just switch that to the anthem.
Yes. And then I'm so proud to be Caymanian will be our national song.
That national song.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yes. Because we are a British overseas territories, does God Save the King, does that have to be our national, our anthem? Our anthem?
Well, I would say yes. Simply, no one has attempted to do otherwise. But remember what I said, in my opening comments. We're still a colony of the United Kingdom. We may call it British Overseas Territories Citizenship. We may have called before that. They called it. Well, first of all, it was Citizen of the United Kingdom and Colonies. Then they called it British Dependent Territories. Then they call it British Overseas Territories. All of those, if you put all of those letters together, it still reads COLONY.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason for that is we do not have control over our own destiny.
Yeah.
Someone else has that for us.
Yeah, and before all that, OC, I want them to know we were independent. What was 1862? We ordained as an independent.
1863. Yes.
Until England stepped in.
Yep.
With the Cayman Act.
The lawless Caymans.
To governors.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we were independent long before Jamaica got theirs in 62.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You know, we was in 1862.
Yep. Okay, Lord Graham.
1865 or 66.
Okay. Yep. Got to go to the 8 o'clock news. Very quickly before we go there, we've been also been advised that Miss Daphne Orrett, Miss Genevieve Hennings, known as Jen, Mr. Otis Mars, they all celebrated birthdays yesterday as well. And one more very quickly, this person, please send birthday greetings to my beloved, beautiful daughter, Flo. She's the best friend and daughter anyone could ever have. Happy birthday, Flo. I love you with all of my heart. And the parent, of course, didn't indicate their name, but they would know who they are. And, of course, Flo would know, of course, who the parent is as well. With that, folks, top of the hour, 8 o'clock news. When we return, the phone lines will remain open, so don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller.
The ayes have it. The Status of Children Amendment Bill has been read a third time and is passed.
The sole bill on Tuesday's order paper is tabled, debated, and passed by MPs. Social Development Minister the Honourable Isaac Rankin presented the bill on behalf of government, which modernizes and strengthens the legal framework that governs the status and rights of children in the Cayman Islands.
The Status of the Children Act 2003 represented a significant step forward when it came into force on the 1st of June 2004. It established the important principle that all children are equal before the law, regardless of the marital status of their parents, and it created a legal framework for determining parentage and resolving paternity matters.
Since then, Mr. Rankin told MPs child welfare practices have developed, with increased recognition of children's rights and their participation in decisions affecting them. In particular, the bill deals with parentage testing orders and introduces a new subsection where minors at least 16 years of age will now be able to give consent to blood tests for parentage testing orders, as long as the minor, quote, understands the nature and purpose of the blood tests and consents to the test specifically for a parentage testing order. This will give a 16-year-old's consent the same weight as an 18-year-old.
This reform acknowledges that older children may possess sufficient maturity to participate meaningfully in decisions that directly affect their legal identity and family relationships.
The bill also empowers the summary court with jurisdiction to deal with matters under the Status of Children's Act. The House resumes at 2 p.m. today, and make sure to tune into our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, to hear the proceedings live. The Central Planning Authority is meeting today. A major project on the agenda is an application for 157 apartments on Boilers Road in Georgetown. Legoland Real Estate's pitch was previously refused planning permission back in 2024, with the CPA determining the subject site was, quote, not a suitable location for the proposed apartments. In September last year, the CPA adjourned a resubmitted application, waiting for a, quote, legal opinion from the Attorney General's chambers regarding the applicant's attorney-at-law's position related to the density in a commercial zone. The subsequent Attorney General's opinion was submitted in May. The proposal is for 157 apartment units with 193 bedrooms and a 10-story building. The building includes a pool and gym on the rooftop and 2,100 square feet of commercial space on the ground floor. The Inoki residences are also hoping for a green light for their proposed 33-unit 4-story apartment building on Conch Point in West Bay. The property is owned Beach Resort Residential. There's also an application for a dock at the Auburn Bay subdivision in Georgetown. You can find the full agenda online at planning.ky. And take a journey through opera, art, song, and musical theater tomorrow at St. George's Anglican Church.
Join rising soprano Yanla Powell for an inspiring evening of music, showcasing her growing passion for classical repertoire and vocal artistry.
K-Musica's Marius Gaina tells Radio K-Man Thursday's recital will feature works by Rossini, Mozart, Handel, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and more.
Blending timeless classical masterpieces with enchanting modern favorites, Prelude to a Prima Donna promises a memorable evening celebrating music, artistry, and the continued growth of a talented young performer.
The show starts at 6 p.m. and you can get your tickets at eventbrite.com. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Karsley Fuller.
BBC News with Emily Thomas. US officials say America has supplied doses of an experimental antibody to help fight the growing outbreak of Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The World Health Organization says the drug is being shipped for clinical trials. Red alerts are in place across a number of countries as a blistering heat wave continues to scorch much of Western Europe. In northern France, tens of thousands of people have been left without power. The head of the UN's nuclear watchdog, the IAEA, has insisted that the agency will carry out inspections of Iran's nuclear sites as part of the peace framework signed by Tehran and Washington. Iran has denied US claims that it agreed to allow nuclear inspectors. And that's the latest world news from the BBC.
Stay in touch with Radio K-Man with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio K-Man on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio K-Man app in the App Store or log on to www.radiokman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio K-Man, your voice, your choice, your radio.
The Lions Club of Grand Cayman is proud to continue to serve our island community. The club continues to host successful community projects like the Prostate and Colon Cancer Awareness Campaign, free site screening in schools, spelling bee, swim meets, and their community pantry. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman looks forward to continuing their service for many years to come. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman, where there's a need, there's a lion, serving the community for over 50 years.
The countdown is on. Join us on Saturday, 11th July, 7 p.m. at the historic Pedro St. James for an unforgettable evening under the theme Starlit Shores. Watch 6 outstanding young Caymanian women take the stage as they compete for the prestigious title of Miss Universe Cayman Islands 2026. Experience an evening filled with elegance, confidence, culture, entertainment, and inspiration. Tickets are available now on Ticket Plus and at Funky Monkey. Join us as we enter a new era.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcay, where people come first.
Pleasant good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Synopsis indicate a ridge of high pressure is the dominant feature across the northwest Caribbean. However, localized conditions are mildly unstable as pockets of moisture drifts off Cuba with a generally northeastern wind flow. Radar imagery show patches of clouds around the Cayman area. Now, the forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of afternoon showers and the possibility of thunder. Temperatures today will be in the low 90s with a heat index near 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Your winds will be northeast, becoming east later at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers and temperatures falling to the low 80s tonight. Your winds will be east at 5 to 10 knots and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. Low tide will be this afternoon at 12:46 with a high tide again tonight at 7:39. The sun will set this evening at 5 minutes past 7 and will rise tomorrow morning at 5:50. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Friday as another tropical wave moves over the western Caribbean between Thursday and early Friday. Dust will follow with an increase in concentration on Friday. And that's the very latest on your weather report.
Let's hear it for your Wildcat cheerleaders.
Aunt Angie, weren't you a cheerleader?
The best in the Western Hemisphere, until I attempted that switch kick, double twist roundhouse.
Huh?
Exactly. I must have been in the air for 20 seconds before I fell into that snare drum. I set a world record, though, and thankfully I could trust the CG Medical Portal with my claims. All 37 of them.
The CG Medical Portal. Safe and secure. CG Britcay. Good like that.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcay, where people come first.
Sports. Stay up to date on your sports news with Radio Cayman Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. It's all about sports.
For the health of it, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. Brought to you by UHealth International, University of Miami Health System. International patients go to UHealth International for consultations with renowned physicians, advanced treatment technologies, leading-edge medical therapies, and state-of-the-art surgical procedures. Whatever your particular reason for going to UHealth International, you will receive customized medical care delivered within a compassionate, multicultural setting. The care you need when you need it.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Top of the morning, let's check in with traffic, see what's happening on our roads. Flowing pretty good coming from the east, surprisingly, on Shamrock Road. Further down, a different story. It'll steady your traffic, but nothing to worry about too much as you approach the Linford Pearson Highway. Traffic on Crew Road is steady but flowing, heading to the Georgetown area. And heading east on Crew Road, traffic is moving pretty good. A little steady traffic on Huldah Avenue coming off of Bobby Thompson Way and Agnes Way. In Roberts Drive, no issues there as traffic is light to moderate, as well as coming from the West Bay 4-way stop. And on the West Bay Road in front of the Ritz, traffic is moderate in both directions. And steady bit flowing traffic on North Sound Road. Industrial Park area moving at a moderate pace. Edward Street flowing pretty good, and into Georgetown on Shedden Road looking good as well. That's the very latest on your traffic. Join us again at about 10 minutes past 12 o'clock. We'll give you another look at traffic. Remember, click it or ticket.
Start your year off right with Subway's Fresh Fit menu. 4 protein-packed subs with 20 grams or more protein, under 500 calories, and loaded with full servings of crisp veggies and hearty multi-grain bread. Try the grilled chicken and avocado, the ham and turkey stacker, the seasoned steak and avocado, or the turkey and ranch delight. Big flavor, plenty of protein, and fresh veggies in every bite. Fuel your day the Fresh Fit way. Only at Subway. Subway. Eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Are you looking for more weekend getaways with Friday flights? Well, Cayman Airways has added Friday flights to Panama for a limited time this summer. They're perfect for short and long weekend getaways, quick business trips, or easy connections across Latin America. And if Jamaica is on your summer wish list, seasonal summer flights to Montego Bay are also available. Call Cayman Airways on 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com. See you on board our Friday flights to Panama this summer.
Hey, this is DJ Len from Radio Cayman 89.9 FM. One of my favorite childhood memories was when I was a kid, sitting next to the radio and waiting for that favorite song to come on. You take out your cassette tape and you hit the record button and trying to cut it off at the right time, right before the announcer starts to speak. And then sharing that music with my mom. Happy 50th anniversary, Radio Cayman. Thanks for the great memories.
With Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. No guests in the studio this morning, so the phone lines will be open. Today is your day if you want to call in, if you have something that you want to talk about, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to do so. If you're calling from a flow number, then you can utilize the toll-free number that they have provided. That toll-free number, 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037, 949-6990, WhatsApp number 925-3261. And in between those calls, if we get no calls at all, then I have so much to share with you. We want to pick some pieces out of that. Can't read the whole thing, but in the event, for those of you who didn't get the opportunity to listen to the governor's address to Parliament on the 19th of June, I will share that with you. I have another story here from The Guardian. Louisiana man becomes the first in the region who is functionally cured of sickle cell disease. That should be interesting, as well as, pique the interest of people here in the Cayman Islands, because we do have several persons who suffer from sickle cell here in Cayman as well. And for those of you who didn't know it, and I only learned this one this morning as well, because I had never read this article before, but this was in the Tradewinds newspaper. Do you know that in 1966, there was a scientist from the United States who visited Cayman and stayed at the beach club on several occasions. And the reason that he was coming here was to study mosquitoes here in the Cayman Islands as well. I will share that article with you also. Meanwhile, just want to say to the Miss Flo, who's celebrating her birthday today, her mother's name, of course, is Miss Myrtle. And so the birthday greetings going out to Flo, coming from her mother, Myrtle, as well. We've also been asked to
send out birthday greetings to Dr. Charlisa Moore. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Charlisa Moore. She's celebrating her birthday today, and birthday greetings are coming from her parents and the rest of the family as well. Of course, including her dad, Mr. Bruce Moore, and Mr. Moore. I'm not sure if Lord Graham will like this one, but Mr. Bruce Moore also wants to send happy birthday greetings to Messi, Lionel Messi, today as well. Again, if you know someone who's celebrating a birthday or any other momentous occasion, please share that information with us right here on For the Record. And even though the sponsored period has already gone by, we will still continue to share birthday shout-outs or any other momentous occasion with our listeners or to any individual who you may want that information to reach them as well. We will do that throughout the show. Maybe someone graduating and you want to give them a shout out on their graduation as well. We have two callers, so we're going to the phone lines. First caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Osei, and good morning to all our listeners.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yes, sir. I'm busy doing a tribute for Mr. James Ryan. I'm here at the end of the road, Spot Bay, Cayman Brac. Just had the third biggest propane tanker in the world. Sounded its horns, 10-long blast honoring Mr. James Ryan. He was from a seafaring family, had several members of his family from the seafaring community, and he made many trips between Little Cayman and Cayman Brac with his late father, Mr. Alger Ryan. So I knew the ship was coming by, named the Gas Queen, loaded with propane and butane from Houston going to Indonesia. And I drove 10 miles. I made the arrangements at home, drove 10 miles, and give the order when he was at the nearest point to carry out the 10-long blast, and I could hear it loud and clear. And that's my honors for the great man, Mr. James Ryan, a very great friend of mine and a distant relative as well.
Okay, well, that is excellent. That is excellent. Yes.
Yes, we have surely lost a great
Mr.
Mr. Ryan was involved in many subdivisions on Cayman Brac, and he has dealt with, I'm sure, hundreds of people with buying property from him. Many subdivisions on Cayman Brac, the Algernon Drive on the Bluff, and many other subdivisions where Mr. Ryan, Rebecca Cave, first development was done by Mr. James Ryan, selling lots to people, and developed up the Rebecca Cave Road where the development is there now, and on the Stake Bay Bluff and many other places. In fact, so regrettable, the last conversation I had with him over the phone, we were speaking about a friend of mine wanted property to buy on the Bluff. That was the last time I spoke with him, I guess about 6 months ago, and regrettably I didn't get to speak with him or go to visit him because my visits are few and far apart, leaving from Cayman Brac. So very sad, and Cayman Brackers come out on Saturday for the funeral of the late Mr. James Ryan at the Aston Radish Center.
Certainly, yes.
Afternoon of Saturday.
Yes. Did the family also own a land in Little Cayman as well?
Yes, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, many acres of property in Little Cayman, and his late father, Mr. Alger Ryan, used to cross the Bogue in boats so many times, back and forth. They didn't have the plane service then, so it was only boat service, and Mr. Ryan, James Ryan, traveled with his father as a young boy, and they would go down there and get coconuts and tops and all that for making baskets and many other things, farming down there. So he was quite an incredible life, and how he excelled. He was the principal of the Cayman Brac High School, the Lehman E. Scott High School.
Yes.
When I was going to school, he was principal there. So it's very sad that we have lost this great man, and my condolences to the family and friends.
Certainly. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, we have lost another, one of our great contributors to the Cayman Islands as well. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Raymond. We do have a WhatsApp caller now. We're going to that caller. Lines first and then the WhatsApp caller. Sorry. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. O.C.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, not as good as many other people, but I'm thankful.
Above ground? That's a lot to be thankful for.
Mr. O.C., I was promising to do a lot more poetry on your side as well, too, because I can't do all the poems on Mr. Charlo's show Talk Today, and don't do any on For the Record.
Okay, yeah, well, thanks.
So I was piling them up and say, well, I'll try to read some of them on your side too. This one is called entitled "Cayman Forward."
Mm-hmm.
I sort of tailored it for Talk Today, but it's 16 lines.
Okay, go right ahead.
Alrighty. Let's make the best of success while we can, Cayman. Financially, socially, spiritually, and wisdom while we plan. We can't afford to turn back the hands of time to fail. It's Cayman forward for us. Let our good ship Cayman sail. Taking Cayman forward is apparently a plan of success. Sounds great. Don't reverse to failure to turn back to stress. Surely we here in Cayman could never wish for stagnation. Embrace success when it comes with much appreciation. We should appreciate our successes. We should be thankful. Appreciate moving forward to better times, being wishful. Moving forward is, of course, success. We can't afford to be stagnant. Going forward is advancement. Let us advance triumphant. We are doing very well in Cayman. Let's keep up the good work. Advancement, success, going forward to achieve. How could this hurt? So, we agree to achieve much. Look forward, open your eyes. In my opinion, taking Cayman forward is a step that is wise. And that's from the dubbed Poet Laureate, Greg Brown, Mr. O.C.
Excellent, excellent. You're doing well with that. I remember what I said. Now you ensure that you have that trademarked so that no one else can use it as well. And maybe one of these days, you will compile all of your poetry in a book, or you don't even have to do it in hard copy form these days. You just basically use the internet and do it electronically, which is less costly. You don't have to lay out a whole lot of money, for it. But compile a book of poems.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll try to take your advice on that too. And I haven't forgotten when I had my first poem on the radio, the day that those ladies, Mrs. Chiniki and Miss Chakone, was on, and you told me I was asking if I should be anonymous, but I think you told me take your theme. So
yep.
So I put my name to the poem, and then I decided to continue doing these things on the radio.
Remember now, a lot of the older poets and writers that we know about now that we refer to, Rudyard Kipling and all of them, during their day, they weren't really all that famous. They became famous afterwards. In the art, in the creatives, usually people achieve their fame posthumously as opposed to while they're alive. So that is why it's important to ensure that they are preserved.
Right, sir. And I'll try to do the best that I can to preserve them.
Excellent. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. We're going to grab another caller. Is that a WhatsApp caller? Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Hello, good morning, Miss Osi.
Hey, morning. How you doing, Rambo?
Yeah, good man. Blessed man. This little heat wave,
Yeah. We're feeling it here. Europe is feeling it even more over in Europe.
Yeah, but good. Scorching in the World Cup epidemic, Yeah, but I love that limelight and stuff. Miss Osi, last I called you, right? I made three bullet points now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he had a scholar calling after me. Osi, give me time. You come to each other. First, Osi, Miss Osi, you heard smokers? You have to justify their choices now. Well, alcoholics get invited to parties, right? Despite the caliber or functional alcoholic or whatever. Right? And however, the UK is a boozing country, strong drinking culture, etc. Miss Osi. Miss Osi years ago, right? It used to be hard with the Costa and bar coffee and get a brain on Rooster 101.9. And I was asking about Brexit topic. Most UK citizens never comprehend that, and hence former Prime Minister Theresa May, she was showing power, and then she double standard Chinese assets and liability, And Ms. Osi, you see the EU is a Marshall Plan, and it's available. They have a funded government, systemic crisis, post-conflict zones. That's for now, the EU. But however, Ms. Osi, lately, a cabal, a party clique, conspirators, that are downfall with UK, for years. You understand? The rendition of Starmer, right? Starmer answering for yourself the other day, right? And then imagine it was 7 prime ministers in a decade now. Right? He served from 2 years, 2024 to recently. And Miss Osi, nobody bold enough in 19 seat in Parliament now to tell them what to do or how to dictate to us. But however, you see that this aggregated administration and our power fragmentation across factions paralyzes political paralysis that the governance now. For us, the governance invariably, Ms. Osi came on, must implement directives to prevent or counteract institutional fragmentation, right? Disperse power, right? The UK got 5 party, Ms. Osi, era party. And when the authority dissolves into competing competition, you create governance and stability. And Ms. Osi, like I said again, we came on now. Most came on, some agree with me. Some we old school, we never like, we need to unit the foolishness, but we need inquest. You understand? My parents tell me, tough love. This point I was 18, tough love, both. And I am one. If I'm out tomorrow, if she older me, younger than me, she run things, but now it is. So dependency is our last resort. You understand?
Yep.
And Mr. Osi, before you let me go, we open lines for me with NMP coming in, so I can tell her how it go.
All right.
Because we got 229 on the corner. And right there. Mr. Osi, more time, sir.
All right. Take care, Rambo. You take care. We're going to take a commercial break. We have several callers on hold. We're going to accommodate every call because the phone lines will be open all morning. Please stay tuned.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile.
Babe, not tonight. You keep poking me and I need to be rested for meetings tomorrow.
What? I was almost asleep. That's the mattress spring I keep telling you about, not me. We really need to get a new mattress.
Tossing and turning, back hurting, can't sleep? It might be time to turn in your old mattress and go to bed with a new one. Browse the huge mattress showroom at Brand Source Home Gallery and pick the perfect mattress today. With mattresses to suit every budget, Brand Source Home Gallery stocks a wide selection of sizes and styles like pillow top and gel memory foam. So stop tossing and turning and sleep better tonight with a new mattress from Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
The Department of Agriculture invites you to a 3-day agro-processing workshop happening July 13th to 15th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. Learn practical skills in food safety, good manufacturing practices, and how to make products like sauces and jellies. The cost is $150 per person. Register and make payment by June 30th at the Department of Agriculture's Commercial Center, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Spaces are limited and seats are filling fast. Secure your spot today at doa.gov.ky or call 947-3090.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, invites you to be a part of history as we rename our headquarters to honoring the man who helped build our national station from the ground up. Join government officials, past and present staff, and family and friends as we pay tribute to Mr. Loxley Banks for his decades of service to broadcasting and to our islands. Join us on Friday, June 26 at 9 a.m. right here on the grounds of Radio Cayman. Radio Cayman, the voice, heart, and soul of the Cayman Islands.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're going back to the phone lines in a second just to read this WhatsApp message. A person says, good morning, Mr. Connor. Maybe if our national song became our national anthem, they could pluralize it, Beloved Isles, as opposed to Beloved Isle. Dear Verdant Islands, not island, as these are three, as there are three of us. It is a pity it wasn't done when the new version was recorded recently. I do, if my memory serves me right, I do remember the Honorable Juliana O'Connor Connolly talking about this, and whether or not the request was made for it to be altered, I'm not sure. But if any of you out there may know any more about this, please share that with me. Meanwhile, I can try to use AI to find it, but I, of course, have to listen to all of our callers when they call in. So I can't, I can walk and chew gum at the same time. What I can't do is I can't walk, chew gum, and look at the computer screen all at the same time as well. Let's go to our phone lines. Next caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Morning.
Hey, morning. How are you?
All right, I'll see how you doing, brother.
I'm good, thanks.
Well, I was reading another thing in the paper there where the judge threw out a marijuana case. Man, I want nobody to go to jail for marijuana, 234 pounds of marijuana was found.
Mm-hmm.
And they say one of the reasons that it would throw it up because they didn't have a such warrant. So that means for the last 5 times that my house was searched without a search warrant, that was illegal then too. But according to the misuse of drug law, they can come in a man's house such a man they want under the name of drugs. Huh?
I am not the lawyer, so I'm not sure. But in your particular case, I would say it goes to show you how important it is, rather than representing yourself. If you did, to get someone from the profession, they will know, be able to identify the legal loopholes.
Oh, see, well, it's plain and simple. Two been four from them. Well, that's what he told me. The misuse of drug act, it says I don't need no warrant to come search you for suspicion of drug. That's case closed. Anyhow, see, do you know that our downfall came from ignorance and locking up? You remember when we didn't have anything else to do in Cayman beside me? Down Matilda Corner, Run Tree, now West Point, chasing pure niggers for one split of weed. And then we got so sophisticated because we outdoing the world that if we can't catch you with the weed, we'll charge you for urine test. And if you don't give a urine test, we charge you for refusing. So we got you anyway, dead center, left and right.
Yep.
All right, now we'll see. I don't know if you read this, but I read it and the whole world read it. We are the only country, listen to me good, only country in this world, that 20%, you listen to me?
Listening, yep.
20% of the Caymanian population have a criminal record, a conviction recorded against them. 20%. Now, you can look this up, brother. And I was listening to Mr. Cook, the police in charge now.
Mr. Walton,
You know what,
yeah.
Yeah, you know what you said about Northwood now? 30% or 40% now in Northwood is hardcore criminals for serious crimes. When I was Northwood for shooting up gun and ganja and thing, 85% of the population were there for ganja. Some for just refusing. I know them boys with mental disturbances. One little stick of weed a year and a half of their young life. So we have, I heard Dr. Steve on the radio, on your show, you heard him, that he have been going to court representing the father, the son, and the grandson for ganja, 3 women in prison.
Yep.
Nobody take care of the family. So when you think about that, Mr. O.C., we got a serious problem. And our representative, you remember the big report on the marijuana supposed to come out June? June is near gone, right?
Yeah, today's what, the 24th?
Yeah,
so we got about 6 more days, yeah.
6, and they say that we're going to be out by June. Then the public can start to talk about it. The public spoke about it. 10,385 people say, look, at these people don't make us smoke weed. Find some other thing to do. They're raping our children, they're robbing everybody. But you see, I am trying on a screen now, a weed, and once I perfect this, I will be the next Elon Musk. Yeah. I am working on a ganja tree that when you light it, it has no scent. It smells nice in the air. Then I will be the richest person in the world. But until then, my heart beholds the city, and a handcuffs is looking at me every day. But I gotta tell you one thing. Hey, man, we got a bumper road in front of us, brother. A very bumper road, because nobody is willing to stand up for what is right. for the people, and we believe that people come here, that they love us. You want to find out how much is there. They value the money. Put the money the same thing as the Jamaican dollar. Then you'll find how much people love Cayman. And see, you got other callers. Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Thank you. You do the same. You do the same as well. So we don't have any caller at this point in time. The other caller is hung up. Okay. I can then possibly share this story with you. I think this is extremely important. Like I said before, that there are many people in the Cayman Islands who also are suffering from sickle cell, and I want to share that information with you. I lost it on my screen now. I got to find it here. Extremely important. Why don't we go to the commercial break, Miss Susan? I can find this article, and then I want to share this first one with our audience. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco. Keeping Cayman covered.
Can you imagine your home completely organized? At Brand Source Custom Closets, we can. We specialize in designing and building custom closets and storage units for any room in your home, including the garage. With tailored designs and custom LED lighting solutions to fit your lifestyle and budget. Our custom closets expert is committed to enhancing the value of your home with a solution that is uniquely yours. Visit our showroom or call 623-6774 to schedule a no-obligation appointment with our design expert. Brand Source Custom Closets, 209 Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite Band-Aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, invites you to be a part of history as we rename our headquarters to honoring the man who helped build our national station from the ground up. Join government officials, past and present staff, and family and friends as we pay tribute to Mr. Loxley Banks for his decades of service to broadcasting and to our islands. Join us on Friday, June 26 at 9 a.m. right here on the grounds of Radio Cayman. Radio Cayman, the voice, heart, and soul of the Cayman Islands.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. 14 minutes before we go to our headline news at 9 o'clock. This story, if you have an interest in it, if you Google Louisiana man becomes first in region functionally cured of sickle cell disease. The article states that Danielle Cressy, 23, says the path leading to completion of curative gene therapy is his quote-unquote greatest blessing. Article states that a young southeastern Louisiana man recently became the first person in his region to be functionally cured of sickle cell disease, clearing the way for him to continue pursuing his dream of a career as a commercial pilot, according to his medical team. Daniel Cress's successful completion of curative gene therapy at Manning Family Children's Hospital in New Orleans on Monday generated a measure of optimism within his state, which produces more cases of sickle cell disease per capita than any other in the U.S., according to the medical center. A statement attributed to Cressy, 23, said his story embodied, quote, overcoming what seems impossible, close of quote, and hoped it would be inspirational for a lot of people. The resident of Medellin, Louisiana, grew up with ambitions of piloting commercial airline jets, but he eventually learned the Federal Aviation Administration would not consider licensing him because he had been diagnosed with sickle cell disease since his infancy. Predominantly affecting African American people, the genetic blood disorder can cause chronic pain, frequent hospitalizations, and shortened lifespans. Those who inherit the disease can be at risk for life-threatening complications amid the altitude at which pilots fly. But thanks to advancement allowing genetically modified stem cells to be altered, people with sickle cell disease can be treated before it begins destroying their organs. And when Cressy said he learned from the FAA, that's the Federal Aviation Administration, that he could pursue becoming a pilot if he could cure his sickle cell disease, he assessed his options. He said he settled on gene editing therapy, for which Manning Family Children's Hospital had received approval. Undergoing the process took 2 years, and in late 2025, it required collecting cells from Cressy's body and sending them to Scotland to be genetically modified, the hospital said in a news release. The hospital said it got the cells back in March. Cressy was then admitted to the hospital's Center for Cancer and Blood Disorders, which treated him with chemotherapy to eliminate his sickle cells. It subsequently infused his genetically modified cells into his body. Cressy spent a month in inpatient recovery and being monitored at the hospital. Then on Monday, he rang a ceremonial bell at the hospital and was declared the first from the United States Gulf Coast region to undergo gene editing therapy utilizing Casgevy, CRISPR, some sort of technology, and be functionally cured of sickle cell disease. So he's functionally cured. The ceremonial bell ringing saw Cressy gather with family, friends, his medical team, New Orleans Mayor Helena Moreno, local U.S. House member Troy Carter, and Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry. A statement attributed to the hospital's chief executive officer, Lucio Fragoso, and Cressy's cure provider a substantial reason to quote-unquote hope for their community. Curative gene therapy is restoring futures, and Daniel has paved the way for what is possible together with his care team. That was a statement made by Fragoso. This is a proud and transformational moment for all of us. Cressy, throughout his disease cure journey, had spoken publicly about his plans to keep working towards becoming a commercial aviator even before his bell-ringing ceremony. He also discussed writing a book named Blessing in the Skies and developing his nonprofit charity, the Privileged Pilots Project, which is dedicated to expanding access to care, aviation, and general opportunity for those faced with medical, economic, and social challenges. He called the path leading up to Monday his greatest blessing and what comes next as life too, quote unquote. While many spend their lives searching for purpose, mine found me, Cressy said. Now, instead of looking for meaning, I can spend my life fulfilling it. What an incredible story. We do have a caller, Miss Susan, I believe. Let's go to the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Morning, Mr. O.C. Mario Ibanez, how are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Okay, and also good morning to all of our listeners from the bluffs of Spot Bay in the east to the San Jose and Boson Bay in the northwest Cayman Islands and all other people.
Very well put.
If you can add those words to do national song or national anthem. Anyway, just want to comment just very briefly about transportation and infrastructure, which is one of my main topics, and you love it as well.
Sure.
Now, I was at a meeting last week, a listening tour of the Progressives last week. I believe it was Tuesday night in West Bay.
Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Yeah.
Thursday night, yes. Okay. I attended and good meeting. And the Honourable Opposition Leader, Joey Hugh, was answering one of my questions about the situation with the road, the old beachside road that was blocked and redirected because of the DART development of Kimpton.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned to him that there was this other property that has been filled in now in Moonscape and the whole area fenced off. And so access to the beach and access to the back there is no longer possible. As you might recall, when they had that agreement with the DART group for the development of that area, there was talk about keeping that temporary roadway there, the kind of emergency route in case the new bridge and bypass road, which is the only road now, in case that became compromised or blocked or whatever.
Right.
And even though it was not easy to traverse that temporary road because all the boulders and stuff that's put up there, at least it was possible. Now you have a fence there, and I understand that another hotel is going to be built on that property. So I have 2 points to say. One is that the situation of West Bay traffic now used to be very good, and because of Mr. Art McLean and the Progressives putting in that road, starting that road, it became a lot better. And then the bypass that was put down to Bottomanu helped tremendously. But now with all the development in that area, including Bottomanu area and the Meadows and Mount Pleasant and everything, traffic is becoming terrible, backing up as far as the junction there by Bottomanu Road on the bypass.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have that little relief road that is not there any longer, it means that all the traffic is bottlenecking at the roundabout there by the yacht club. So that's a problem, and I think it needs to be recognized that bypass, that little relief road that was supposed to be left there, is now being closed, and the area being staged for development under the DART group. Now, there's this what you call a PAD. It's called Planned Area Development that DART has for that entire area. And I'm looking into exactly what's happening there. But according to Mr. Joey Hugh, he believes that a hotel is going to be built there.
Wow.
The second thing I want to tell you, sir, remind you and the listeners, is that when I ran in 2021, at that time they were floating this idea of cutting this waterway from the North Sound underneath that bridge bypass, where you have that big open area there now, and going into that empty lot, that's where the Kaboo Music Festival was held several years ago, and that large parcel is still undeveloped. And they were going to come in there, go underneath that bridge, and then do a turning basin in that area and have that whole area become like a lake and waterway, and essentially bring the boats from the north sound underneath that bridge, and the water then will be probably the waters of 7 Mile Beach will probably be like 1,000 feet away from that. So you have almost splitting the peninsula in two.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time in 2021, it was something that was circulating by the dark group, and it was discussed. And I put it out there as well as others. And I tell you, the people of West Bay were almost about to go to war because of that. And I suspect that if the government allows it, or the dark group pushes that plan, it's going to create not only major infrastructure and environmental damage, but a huge, huge uproar by the people. So I'm hoping that this current government will say something about this, because, of course, one of their members was involved in the negotiation for closing that Seaside Road when he was in another party in power. But I think the government needs to say something about what's happening here with this hotel and with this alleged plan to do this canal. Because Mr. Kenneth Ebanks was at that meeting as well, and he had a lot of stuff to say about it, and very interesting. Maybe he'll call and provide some further details. But I just want to flag it out there as something that we need to look at carefully, because it's going to be dangerous, and it's going to be very inflammatory on people's tolerance and on their nerves.
Certainly. I want to thank you for bringing that, to our attention as well. And yes, we really have to do more to contain, what is happening when it comes to development, because there are those who are looking at the economic and financial benefits, from it, and totally ignoring to a certain extent the quality of life, the poor quality of life that we're likely to have as a result of some of these actions that they're taking as well.
We have to strike a balance, and you have a plan, and I hope the government is going to say something about it, because it is something that's quite serious. So I thank you for your time, sir, and God bless, and have a good day.
Thank you very much also. Folks, top of the hour, our headline news. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after headline news.
One radio station. Radio Cayman is the voice of the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
Cayman mourns the passing of trailblazer and activist Laurel Watler, one of the 4 pioneering women to have the right to vote and stand for public office. She was among the group known as the Phenomenal Four, along with Burdell Jackson, Ethel Cook-Bodden, and national heroine the Honorable Francine Jackson, who ran as candidates in the 1959 general election. Her funeral service is today at Webster Memorial United Church in Boddentown at 3:30 p.m. In international news, tens of thousands of homes in western France are without power, with temperatures set to peak across the country today during a record-breaking heat wave. About 68,000 homes in Brittany have been affected, with electricity unlikely to be fully restored until tonight at the earliest. More than half the country remains under a red heat alert. The peak comes after the country experienced its hottest day on records on Tuesday. And U.S. Congressman Dan Goldman has been defeated in a New York primary election, capping a clean sweep for candidates backed by New York's Democratic Socialist Mayor Zohran Mamdani. Goldman was beaten by progressive challenger Brad Lander in New York's 10th congressional district in a contest that laid bare the party's divisions over the Israel-Gaza war. Lander has accused Israel of genocide in Gaza. Goldman, a 2-term incumbent, was backed by pro-Israel groups. 2 other candidates, both Democratic Socialists endorsed by Mamdani, as he seeks to tilt the Democratic Party to the left, won their primary races on Tuesday in a boost for the party's left wing in America's largest city. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Your Cayman Islands Health Services Authority has been the national healthcare provider of the Cayman Islands for many generations. We have elevated our level of care to ensure you, our patients, have the best possible experience. We offer better access to care close to home with the most locations on all 3 islands, delivering a full range of primary, secondary, tertiary, and emergency care. HSA is a JCI accredited organization, and we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. One of our listeners has written in and said good morning. OC, good morning. With respect to the marijuana issue, even though the public voted in favor of decriminalization, politicians seem reluctant to act because they're focused on keeping their seats. Many older voters oppose it and vote consistently, while younger supporters often don't vote in large numbers. As a result, the issue keeps getting delayed and pushed to future governments instead of respecting the will of the people. I should say that I believe that this issue may be with the Law Reform Commission at this point in time. So the government is acting on the results of the referendum. What I would say, and this is a personal viewpoint of mine, right? The whole issue was based on decriminalization, not legalization. Two completely different concepts. The issue of decriminalization would have identified a certain amount that if a person was caught with that, then they would not have a criminal record if they were convicted. They would not have a criminal record. So it's decriminalizing the possession or the use of a certain amount, right? Not legalizing the use of marijuana. And if there are those out there who are still pushing for the legalization of it, let me tell you now, it's not going to happen as long as we are a British overseas territory. And if we become otherwise than a British overseas territory, something else, whether or not it's fully independent or, some version of that as well, I believe that that's where you will see public opinion prevailing in terms of then not legalizing it as well. So the whole issue is decriminalization, not totally legalizing it. We see Bermuda had such legislation. It has not been assented to by the United Kingdom, and they have given their reasons as to why. And they have given their reasons why it is not likely to happen in any overseas territory at this point in time. So, for those persons, and remember now, the strong argument, the argument behind this, the justification was that we have so many young people whose criminal records, as a result of drug convictions for small amounts of drugs, ganja convictions, have impacted them negatively in terms of their ability sometimes to get a student visa, to travel to the U.S. and things of that nature. That is why that's the concern that was raised, and that is why this initiative was brought forward. Right? Decriminalizing a certain amount, not legalizing the use. And there are many, many reasons for the use. Now, people talk about the young people supporting it and everything else. You need to try to create a balance on this whole issue, because those who smoke it and are affected by it, those who can't get up in the morning and go to work because they have already smoked and consumed it, those who rely on it and do absolutely nothing else, they will say, yes, they're strong proponents, of it. You have to also look at the harm that can be created as a result of that as well. Those of you who have young children and young grandchildren, can you seriously say to yourself, yes, I want my young child when they grow up to be smoking ganja? Can you really seriously say that? Now, many of you or some of you will say, well, we have approved it for medicinal purposes. Yes. Again, there was a point in time in the Cayman Islands when we really weren't even at that stage. And we got to that where we have approved it for medicinal purposes. And some may argue that even that is being abused to a certain extent now as well. But folks, I don't care what the users out there say and talk about the financial benefits that can be derived from it. You ask yourself the personal question. I have a young child, I have a young grandchild. Do I want to expose them to the use of drugs, especially ganja, uninhibited? Look at the dangers and the research, the publications are coming out in relation to the harm that can be done as well. We do have a caller. What we're going to do is, Miss Susan, go quickly to the commercial break. Then we're going to take the caller so we won't have to interrupt. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN money transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite Band-Aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Your dream home starts with a vision, and often inspiration is at the heart of that vision. Brand Source Home Gallery's in-house designers are here to help bring your vision to life. Whether you're remodeling or building a new home, Brand Source Home Gallery is your one-stop solution. Explore their kitchen cabinets, sinks, faucets, bath fixtures, tubs, vanities, and more. Let Brand Source's designers help and inspire you with your next project. Call 623-5000 and schedule an appointment with a design expert at Brand Source Home Gallery, Dorsey Drive, Industrial Park, serving Cayman for 50 years.
Did you know there are over 100 Adventist-owned businesses right here in the Cayman Islands? Adventist entrepreneurs are making a powerful impact across Cayman. Join us on Sunday, June 28th at 2 p.m. at the Lion Center, Grand Cayman for the ASI Cayman Business and Career Expo. Explore products and services, enjoy exclusive discounts, free samples, giveaways, and exciting prizes. Need a wellness check? Enjoy free health screenings and relaxing massage therapy. Thinking about your future career? Young people, students, and job seekers, whether you're looking to grow your business, plan your future, network with professionals, or simply enjoy a great community event, this is the place to be. Admission is absolutely free. The ASI Cayman Business and Career Expo. Showcase, connect, succeed. Sunday, June 28th, 2 p.m. at the Lion Center. For more information, visit asicayman.interamerica.org.
Happy 50th anniversary, Radio Cayman. I remember as a kid listening to the children's program, the lady would ask, "Do you know what the sound is?" And as a kid, I would say out loud, "It's a trumpet." And in response, on Radio Cayman, the lady would say, "Of course, it's a trumpet." And I was so amazed that the radio could hear me. And this is one of the most favorite childhood memory that I have. Thank you for keeping us entertained, and we love you.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're going straight to the phone lines. The caller that had been waiting. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Connor.
Good morning. Good morning. You're awake.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And good morning to your listening audience. It's MP Kenneth Bryan, Deputy Leader for the Opposition. Speaking of being late, I'm so sorry that the official opposition isn't on this morning. As you may be aware, and some of your listeners may be aware, we had a very late night in Parliament. So much so it kind of ended with a motion to discontinue the proceedings because we were at it from a very early stage. And as you know, the longer you work, the more your cognitive skills and assessment declines. So hence the reason we weren't on, but it's our commitment to always speak to the listening audience every Wednesday, even if it's just by a phone call like this. So hence the reason for the phone call this morning. Just to let the public know about the parliamentary proceedings thus far, most members may be aware of the throne speech that was delivered by Her Excellency on Friday, which covered a lot of the government's year review, what they've successfully done thus far, and what their plans are for the rest of the year. Now, obviously, in our convention, we have the opportunity to respond to that, and the whole House has an opportunity to debate the throne speech. And there were so many omissions in that throne speech, not focusing on much of the things the public have expressed concerns about, that we had some significant contribution to the throne speech, which allowed us to examine the government's success or lack thereof by way of opinion. So it got pretty heated yesterday.
How many parliamentarians actually debated this throne speech?
My honourable leader, myself, honourable member from Red Bay, the honourable Minister Anglin, the honourable Minister J. Ebanks, the Premier. I can't recall if anybody else gave contributions off the top of my head.
Okay.
But naturally, you would have a good balance of the opposition and the government responding, because it's really a reflection of what the government has done thus far. Because that's what the throne speech talks about, is your successes and what the future plans are. So it gives us an opportunity to say Are those successes, or yes or no? And are you focusing on the right things for the next year? Yes or no? So obviously, it's all subjective. The government is going to say they're perfect in doing everything right, and naturally, the opposition is going to hold them a little bit more account to that to say, okay, the people are saying you're not doing enough. So there's natural politics, but within that, individual truths as to what the people hear and see will be for them to determine. But outside of the throne speech, we had the children's bill that was brought last night, made some necessary amendments to give improvement to protection of children within the children's law, which was brought by Honorable Minister Isaac Rankin, one upon which the opposition fully supported. So there was a non-issue there, an appropriate amendment necessary. A motion that was successful last night was the one brought by the Honorable Deputy Speaker, Perlina McGaw-Lumsden, which was to increase the duty amount or the duty waiver amount for returning passengers on the plane. So when you go away to Miami or wherever and you're coming back home, you have a certain allowance. We propose to increase that allowance, and the government has accepted that. So we're very happy about that.
Can I ask a question about that?
Yes, of course.
What happened to poor old me that can't afford to take a flight, the airline ticket to go overseas to shop? Shouldn't I get a break also here in the event that I brought it, on Amazon or something like that? Shouldn't I get a break there as well?
Well, I agree with you. I think that there's definitely more things the government can do. The official opposition is just trying to bring a number of series of different things that we think could give relief. We're not in the government. We're only from outside. So we, as you remember, we brought the fuel duty relief motion that the government accepted is now implemented. So I think there should be some level of credit to the opposition for getting the government to agree to that, get them to agree to this. We're trying to get them to re-examine the thresholds for needs assessment units so people can have more access to welfare funds. And that word sounds so negative. So assistance from government if needed. We think the government should examine more ways to reduce the cost of living. We don't have the access to the experts, the drafters, the chief officers and technocrats to examine all options. We are hoping that the government does a deep dive on what series of actions can they do collectively to try to make an impact on the cost of living, because we've seen other jurisdictions do the same thing. Like one prime one is in Barbados. The prime minister over there did a package of 6 different things that they have done, from fuel reduction to no, we don't have taxes in the Cayman Islands, so it's a little different. But over there, they gave tax rebates and a number of different things collectively, so you can feel the impact of the savings. We haven't done that, and what we within the opposition have been trying to do is pressure the government in simple areas that we think you can help. I was hoping that the government would have a collective package themselves. I guess they would probably say that they have, because they're taking the credit for the fuel reduction that we proposed and they accepted, and they're suggesting that they're going to try to offer these energy reduction strategies by foaming out people's houses. But we haven't heard anything much more about that since.
Okay.
To be honest with you, we think that was just a reaction to the motion, because you never heard anything about it until the day the motion came. We don't know what the parameters are, who can apply for it, how much amount they'd be willing to pay, and which contractor is going to do this foaming in thing. It's a part of an energy reduction strategy that they're saying. So we would like to see a package that they can say, okay, this will save the average family $500 per month because the cost of living has increased that much. Or even look at the pensioners, which is a major concern that I have, is that there's so many pensioners out there who have retired and their pensions are not moving, and the amount that it's increased for is a marginal amount of just under 2%. But the cost of living inflation has gone up to 5.3%. So it's not apples for apples, and a lot of pensioners are really, really having it hard. And they don't have the luxury of going out and getting extra time or working on the weekends to get a couple more hours to cover the increased cost. but we're not hearing that from government. But we're doing the best that we can. I mean, our job is to just be as loud as we possibly can, put as much pressure on them publicly. Maybe some political embarrassment may force the government to do these things. I think they should be doing it on their own. But based on what we're hearing, particularly on our listening tours, they're not doing enough to give relief. But again, that's subjective. Some people may think, oh, they're doing enough. Some people may say, I don't feel it, because, this whole categorization of a welfare state has been thrown around in comments, and that's definitely not what we want to do. That's not Cayman. But in hard times like now, when inflation is really, really high, for whatever reason, whether it's the war in Iran and the Middle East on the oil-producing countries, or the decisions by government with the minimum wage increase and the immigration fees, or whatever it is that's caused this inflationary spike over the last 12 months, we need to give some relief. And even if it's just a temporary relief, like what Barbados and Jamaica is doing, they're putting it in place for 1 year, and then they'll reassess. And if everything kind of flattens back out, then they'll pull back off those reliefs. And I think the government should be doing that, because, of course, we don't want to create it to be a permanent thing, because it becomes more expensive over time. But we don't feel, and that's what the feedback we're getting from the public, is that they're doing adequate enough relief programs, because there's a lot of vulnerable people out there who don't have the option to find money elsewhere. And the business community has said themselves they're having it hard. So it's not like they're giving extra bonuses or salary increases. Many businesses are already dealing with the increase in the minimum wage with most of those small and medium-sized businesses. So we're just trying to not to be too political, but the truth be told, we are of the view that the government is not assessing the room or reading the room of today's current environment, and we're trying to do our best to assess that. One other important point that we adjourned last night in the middle of a debate about the tenancy law, whereby the honourable member from Red Bay is currently proposing a bill for them to enact it. That bill was almost ready in our term last time, and I say our term meaning the PAC administration or the UPM, whichever one you want to call it. It was almost to a green bill and didn't make it to the House. But the government has that already completed and been sitting on it for 14 months. And I can say that with confidence because I was a part of the last administration. So we're asking them to implement it because, particularly with the cost of rental units and tenants and landlords' protections with these disputes, it's time for that bill to come into effect. So we adjourned last night in the middle of that debate. The mover had the chance to bring forward their reasons for it. We adjourned, so when we come back to the House at 2 o'clock today, the debate continues. Persons who want to contribute to it, and the government will naturally respond. Sadly, we're hearing indications that the government is not going to accept it because they're doing a review on it themselves. I honestly don't understand why there needs to be another review again, because we've done that in the last administration. All drafting was done, it was approved in cabinet, and it made its way as far to the parliament to a green paper, and it was pulled at the last minute. And I can't remember why, because I wasn't the minister responsible for it. But that was in a time when you had a lot of turmoil within the government at the last 12 months of that administration. So we're hoping to see what happens at the end of the day. The first motion, which was my motion, was unsuccessful, sadly, which was to increase the thresholds of the amounts that you can be qualified for to get NAU assistance. My first motion was that persons with families of 1 to 3 people, the threshold for need, you have to be making less than $3,000 in order for DFA, better known as NAU, to give you help. And if you make $1 over that $3,000, you don't qualify for assistance. And I think $3,000 is not a lot of money in today's cost of living, with the average rental cost being about $2,000, even for a single one-bedroom place. And then the cost of food, light, water, and all the other things, that I thought that threshold should have been increased to at least $4,000. But they denied that. They didn't accept it. They said they are currently reviewing it, so they're not willing to accept that. So I had to respect the will of the minister and the government because they have the numbers. They gave a commitment that they're doing a review and will come back in a month, but the Parliament will be sitting in a month. The earliest we can come back to Parliament again will be in September. So hopefully I can hear something back from them, because, again, going back to the true reflection of what's happening in the community for those who are most vulnerable, they need to get on this review quickly, because while they're reviewing that, many people who need the help through their own taxpayers' money, through the Department of Financial Assistance, they don't have access to it. And the government isn't doing, in my humble opinion, enough to catch those persons who are vulnerable as a result of the inflation and the high cost. So that's where we're at. We have some other very important motions that are coming that hopefully there's enough time to get to them. We're trying to aim to get everything done by the end of today, but a few snags into the debate process and timing. Hence the reason why we were pushing so late last night. But I got to say that there's a growing concern amongst members that the government is not prioritizing adequate time in Parliament. You cannot squeeze very complicated, important subject matters into the wee hours of the night, because you then start to just say yes or say no without properly thinking about it, because you're tired, you're exhausted. And I'm starting to worry that is a strategy of the government. Squeeze in something that's supposed to be over a 4-day period within a 2-day period and say, oh, we can just go later on to the night, because they know by then people just give up and say, you know what, I'm tired, I want to go home. I mean, if you just think of pilots, there's criteria for pilots and doctors that after a certain amount of hours, you cannot be doing that because your cognitive skills, you start to make bad decisions. And you always hear about politicians who never actually read the bill or contributed. It's because they're overwhelmed. You need to be fresh and alert to see and examine where the pitfalls are in legislation or in a motion or in a bill or in a question. If not, then we're giving the people bad quality representation. So the government needs to be more responsible with that, because I was the one that brought the motion last night after two women of the Parliament expressed concerns to say, Kenneth, this isn't right. And I was one of the more senior members, being in my third term. I'm now becoming one of the seniors in the group, sadly. They expressed concerns about that, and I said, don't worry, I'll bring it up as a matter of concern. And I brought the under the standing orders 11, 14.5, and 16.5 for the adjournment of the House. And naturally, the government-owned members voted in favor. So they gave in, they conceded, and then adjourned the House. So let's see if we can get through the agenda of the business paper either today and tomorrow. Sadly, we have some very important things that are happening today and tomorrow. There's a number of graduations for our younger generation that, MPs want to go and show their love and respect for these young people.
Well, we'll certainly continue to listen in, when it resumes. And of course, it'll be carried live right here on Radio Cayman as well, 105.3. Deputy Leader of the Opposition, thank you very much, for filling us in on that. We have to go to a commercial break now, and we have a few callers on hold as well. So again, thank you very much.
No problem. God bless you, and God bless your audience.
All the best. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Are you looking for more weekend getaways with Friday flights? Well, Cayman Airways has added Friday flights to Panama for a limited time this summer. They're perfect for short and long weekend getaways, quick business trips, or easy connections across Latin America. And if Jamaica is on your summer wish list, seasonal summer flights to Montego Bay are also available. Call Cayman Airways on 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com. See you on board our Friday flights to Panama this summer.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, invites you to be a part of history as we rename our headquarters to honoring the man who helped build our national station from the ground up. Join government officials, past and present staff, and family and friends as we pay tribute to Mr. Loxley Banks for his decades of service to broadcasting and to our islands. Join us on Friday, June 26 at 9 a.m. right here on the grounds of Radio Cayman. Radio Cayman, the voice, heart, and soul of the Cayman Islands.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We have several calls on hold as well. Let's go to the callers. First caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Caller, good morning. Good morning, caller.
Hello, morning, Jose.
Hey, morning. Morning again.
Right, thank you. Now you gave Canada what to talk. Something that he should have been on. I guess they have been drunk this morning where they couldn't get up.
Well, they did go on until about after 11. I think some of them got home after midnight.
Good. Well, I know when I was growing up, George Thomas and them used to start 10 o'clock in the morning. Now they gone at 2 o'clock in the evening. Nobody starts work 2 o'clock in the evening. It starts 2 in the morning. 2 o'clock in the evening, supposed to get ready to go home. Now, Mr. Ose, I can ask you a question because I listened to you about the subject with the marijuana. Now, I can ask you this first. Have marijuana affected anyone in your family? Seriously?
Yes.
Why, they went to prison for it?
No.
You said I'm crazy?
They certainly didn't function the way that it should have been functioning normally.
You mean normally?
Normal, yeah.
Serious what? Tell me something.
Well, normal. One of the ways that you get to when I say normal, what I mean is the way that they functioned previously.
Oh, previously.
When you compare after the use of marijuana, when you compare that to the way they function using it and the way they functioned before the use of it.
Okay, tell me something now. Bob Marley, you know how he used to function before he smoked ganja?
I don't know, but each individual is going to have their story on it, right? What the government can't do is the government cannot legislate or should not be legislating for individuals. It should be for the whole of society or their constituents and not individuals. So we can't take the experience of a Bob Marley or anybody else and use that, as a blueprint for everybody else.
So okay. Oh, see. Have you ever heard, is it recorded that anyone has been rushed to the emergency center in any part of the world for overdosing on the use of marijuana?
I can't say it has never happened.
Never.
Because not everything is reported. We don't know everything that occurs.
Okay. But it never happened in the Cayman Islands. Not that I know about, because everyone overdose on it. Trust me. Oh, see. You know, do you drink alcohol beverages?
No, I stopped.
You stopped?
Long time ago.
Long time ago. Okay. Come and tell you something about Grant. ganja, right? My oldest grandson, he used to smoke ganja as a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
And no, he quit. He's looking to build a house. He got a good stated job supervising where he do it. So he went through the stages. I didn't see it affecting him. And I told him straight, listen, you see when your grandfather smoking herb, how we operate? And you see when you get drunk, how we operate like a fool?
Mm-hmm.
But we refuse to say that alcohol is one of our biggest problems in the Cayman Islands. Because you know why? The government is making billions of dollars a year off of it. Every year. Billions. That's why you can spend money so stupidly.
I believe some of the figures are showing that the alcohol consumption in Cayman is being reduced. It's falling as opposed to rising. Worldwide, it is falling as well. And you know why? Because when you go back to the days of prohibition and everything else, right? People were using the same arguments that those who are in favor of marijuana use now were using the same argument then in the days of prohibition as well. What are we learning decades and decades later is that the consumption of alcohol is detrimental to your health.
Good.
The same thing that we are learning now about the use of marijuana. It is detrimental to your health, mentally and otherwise.
Tell me something now, OC. Since it's so detrimental to your health, why is King Charles taking it to try to save his life?
You heard me speak about the use of it for medicinal purposes. I'm not, the drugs that we use legally in medicine come from plants. In many instances, plants or animals.
Right. No, but tell me something now. You see, you remember I told you earlier that if I could get a ganja that don't have no scent, it would be well accepted. You know, cigars are the big old thing Winston Churchill. You smoke his big cigar and drinking his whiskey, but cigar was stink, right? But I watched all of our elected members, when they down the governor's house down, they drinking what you call the bubbly, have a bubbly, and then they get drunk and nobody trouble now. But you, OC,
mm-hmm.
I respect you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Georgetown, we come a long, long way. But for some ungodly reason, as a colored man like myself,
black man, black, not colored, black.
No, but you black, I'm colored.
Mm-hmm. In South Africa, probably would, they consider you as colored because they had the whites, coloreds, and Africans.
Right,
so,
that's what
so if you're using that categorization, then you may be right.
Right, okay. But I can tell you what token from West Bay say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to color, I'm not black or I'm not white. All right, good. But OC, now, let's come down to, I heard use the word decriminalization.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay. Mr. Orrett, decriminalization means that you have a limit so the police can't arrest you for that. It's not that they can arrest you for that and don't record it. If you tell Elvis McKeever, I am looking at the speed limit sign right now, and the sign says 40 miles per hour. If I exceed that, I am breaking the limit. I am breaking what the law says that I can do legally is 40 miles an hour. So, if the law says that Elvis Jeffrey McKeever can have in his possession, and at any given time, 1 ounce of marijuana or 2 ounces of marijuana and 5 plants at his house,
Well, it will depend on what the legislation says. Remember now, the referendum was the question. Remember what the referendum question was, right? You know what the referendum question was, right? So it will depend on what the law will state at the end of the day. Personally, I and what I believe the intention was is that the police would not necessarily turn a blind eye to the fact that you're consuming it. It is that when you get into the courts, it would not be recorded as a criminal offense.
Mr. Orrett.
So it depends on what they put in the legislation. Yeah.
Mr. Orrett.
Uh-huh.
Listen to me, sir. I take you to be an intelligent man. Okay, now listen, sir. If the law comes up, okay?
Mm-hmm.
If our representatives say, this is what we're doing about the marijuana, any citizen in the Cayman Islands is allowed to grow 5 marijuana plants and possess an ounce of marijuana. Legally, because that's legal.
Well, we hope the legislation doesn't say that. I don't think that you're going to get a whole lot of support for the legislation to say that.
Mr. Orrett,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Orrett, please, with all due respect, sir, I never went to college, praise the Lord. Listen to me. If a law says, right, that every citizen in the Cayman Islands is entitled to 5 plants, an ounce of weed.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now, Mr. Orrett, you come to my house, you get a notification as the police. Well, you know something? Elvis got different thing going on, you know. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to check on Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now, when the police come in, they check me, they raid me down.
Okay, we got to speed this up a little bit because I got a commercial break and several other callers on hold. So let's see if we can speed it up some.
Okay, good. Now, when they come and they check me, and they go and they find 100 marijuana plants,
Mm-hmm.
and they find 2 pounds of weed, 5 pounds of weed,
Mm-hmm.
well, it goes right back to the law, Mr. McKeever. You can only have 5 plants and an ounce of weed. So all of these plants that is over, and the amount of marijuana that's over, you will be charged for cultivating marijuana, and you'll be charged for possession marijuana,
Mm-hmm.
and you will be charged for intent to supply marijuana. That is A, B, C. But if somebody tells you that something is going on in Elvis' yard, and you come there and you find 2, 3 little marijuana plants and 2, 3 little joints, all you can say, Mr. McKeever, we got a false report on you. Have a nice day, sir.
Okay.
You have a nice day. That's simple. Oh, see, and you know that is simple. That is clean, simple mathematics. Have a nice day, sir.
You do the same as well. You do the same, and we're going to continue to have these conversations. Folks, please stay tuned. We have a few callers on hold. When we return, we're going to try to accommodate all of you before we go off air, so please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Join us for Mango Fest 2026 on Saturday, July 4th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the National Museum on the waterfront. Enjoy an evening of family-friendly fun with live music, local food, mango vendors, local crafts, free catboat rides, a mango peeling and eating competition, and the exciting mango dessert competition. Don't miss special mango dessert and mango cocktail demonstrations by the Hotel Indigo team. Free admission for everyone. Mango Fest 2026 is proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Youth, Sports, Culture, and Heritage, the Department of Tourism, Credit Union, Hotel Indigo, Catalina, Willie's Fresh Fruits and Juices, and Coriander Farms. Come celebrate Cayman's love for mangoes with us, July 4th from 5 to 8 p.m.
The Passport and Corporate Services Office is urging all residents to verify the validity of their travel documents and take steps to protect them ahead of the hurricane season, which starts the 1st of June. Residents are advised to check passport expiry date, verify entry requirements for their destination, apply for or renew passports and visas early, and make copies of passports and key documents and store them in waterproof containers. For more information, call 345-649-7678 or email passportandcorporate@gov.ky.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. 12 minutes left to go in the show. One of our listeners has asked us to please congratulate Deanne Maxwell, who's amongst the Clifton Hunters Year 10 students being recognized and celebrated for demonstrating positive behavior, good attendance, punctuality through this school year. So Deanne, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Deanne Maxwell, congratulations to you. And parents out there, more of you give your youngsters, your school children, a big shout out, for their achievements as well. We will allow you to do it right here on For the Record during the birthday shout out as well. We have 3 callers in a short period of time. So we're going to ask everyone to be as brief as possible, and don't compare and say, well, you gave Mr. Brian 15 minutes and you gave Mr. Elvis McKeever 15 minutes. Why can't I have 15 minutes? We don't have 15 minutes left. First caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Orrett.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. I just want to say I trust that you had a good Father's Day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And I trust you did the same as well.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed it. We watched a couple of movies and stuff. But,
good.
Yeah, I want to share something, as an avid farmer. I love to advocate for farming and agriculture and, and the environment, protecting our environment. I would like to also give another advice of stress to avoid stress from a goose. Right? It says protect your peace by being just annoying enough to make people think twice. But stop forcing yourself to be calm 24/7. Sometimes stress exists through furious waddling. So remember, a lot of problems improve when you just stomp off across the field dramatically. So, in other words, right, I don't want to sit down and feel like I'm going to be deemed, or I should say demonized, as a bad father because of the use of marijuana, right? So I don't sit well with that. So I'll challenge what you said about your children being involved in marijuana. I don't involve my children in marijuana. I'll speak of it for that as for a fact that it's none of their business. It is none of their business, just like how a barroom is not for children and and a liquor store is not for children.
But I think the point I was trying to get across is: would you allow your child to be involved in it?
No, definitely not. Absolutely not. It's not something that I would make my child indulge in, much less even be favored for it. Because when I was growing up as a child, I'm sitting down right in the front of this beautiful place that I'm looking at right now. That is a disaster because it has a sign that says posted no trespassing, keep out. We're talking about the skate park. Talk about children's mental health and men's mental health and women's mental health. I tell you what, when I was going to school, I knew who all the ganja smokers was. Never I had touched a spliff when I was young. When I was at least those tender ages when I was going to school. I can guarantee you that. I was always judged for being a user of marijuana when I was in school because I used to skateboard and hang amongst the boys that used to smoke ganja, but they were the cooler kids that used to know how to do the skateboarding. So anyway, to avoid those type of things was just a choice of your own, and that should be left for the adults to decide if they want to continue using marijuana. If they feel like if it's affecting them, they should have the responsibility enough to quit it when they're ready, because we trust that the alcoholics do the same thing too. But anyways, I want to make sure that I stress this out on my point with the marijuana use, right? If you've been through what I've been through, as a child, being traumatized in many different forms, you would understand the reason why a lot of users use marijuana to continue their daily lives. I heard about the sickle cell and how there was someone that had cured from being functionally cured from sickle cell, right? And this is the exact same thing when you're curing yourself from trauma.
Okay, caller, thank you very much for that. We're going to try to grab the other two callers that we have as well. And the other thing that we shouldn't confuse is self-medication as well. Next caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Tito. Morning, O.C.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Just a couple of comments, please.
Sure.
I don't think that particular topic should be allowed so much airtime, right? Because I want no part of drugs, all right? And if one wants to push that or do whatever they want to do, they're entitled to that. But I don't want no part of it. And that's how I feel, about when it comes to drugs. How old was Bob Marley when he died? I think I'll give you the answer. I'll hang up and you can correct me if the age was wrong. If my recollection serves me right, Bob Marley was 36 years old when he died. And if you need more than that, then these people that is with this drugs trying to push it and this thing, the next thing, that should be the example they should lead by and say, look, it's killing you. Stay away from it. Do not get involved in drugs. It's no good for you. And I have no support for anybody, or I support nobody that I hear that is involved in drugs, that is doing drugs, is selling it. I want no part of them. I'll listen to your answer for the age, O.C. Thank you very much and have a good morning.
Thank you very much, caller. Let's grab our WhatsApp caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Hello, good morning, Mr. O.C. Rambo again. Hello?
Yep.
Give me 2 minutes before you conclude your program.
Sure.
First of all, Robert Nelson Marley died 36 years old, 1981. The CIA bumped him off. No conspiracy, that's a fact. Mr. O.C., September 2021, we share 5 years with former Wayne Panton, for premier. He obligated decriminalization, small amounts, whatever. Right? The musical change.
And what was your caller? What was your understanding of decriminalizing small amounts? What was your understanding or expectation in relation to the legal process?
Give me 2 minutes first. What small decriminalization is small amounts. You curtail that to that, right? Legalization is full extent. Fact, okay? That's all simple, right? And Mr. O.C., you see, Chris Saunders, we were MP at the time or the cabinet. When I called in the prison, you had him on, him and Gene Kennett, like say what I say, and they run with it, that gambling. You understand? And at the time, now, they use education. But people that want tertiary education, they can't travel, or last resort, medical kilometers, whatever. This also give me now. This stigmatization and undermining, that's a problem. It came out side there, white collar jobs, they on higher products, ingredients. That's my lifestyle. Did we know? They known in public in limelight. In Miss Osi, you see, we have the frames, Democrat frames, in rubber frames, all the UK dependence. We always follow US, right? You hear about Delaware finance? Delaware, Luxembourg, in the EU. Obama, Irish, African descendants. He don't want that push it now of decolonization in the US. The gradually went down. Right? Open up floodgates. And the Republican associate, these Republicans, is a risk and strain. But however, Trump pushed this kind of free. You feel that? So, we had a referendum over 40 months ago. Who showed up? Regardless who paper came and then who born here, who showed up? And we going through consultation with law for a commission. You know? And we kick the cans of the room.
But you still haven't answered my question. What is your expectation? What do you want from the what do you want from the legislation in relation to ganja? What is it do you want that you want the government to do? You want them to allow you to smoke it on the streets, to smoke as much of it as you want, to grow as much as you want, to import as much as you want? What is it that you want?
We're supposed to give me 1 minute before you cut me off.
No, wait, answer my question. Yeah.
You see green market, you can't run that, brown market run things. You understand? They can regulate things. Decriminalization, simple. You grow X amount of herbs, right? 14 ounces is a pound of gold, right? Scale ounce, right? 16 ounces is a pound. Regardless, an ounce of weed, 5 plants, simple, right? A former minister died, cancer, he spent $3,000 on ganja. No one about it, recover days. We know who he is. Rest in peace. Simple, Mr. Oski. Top it on, kick the room.
Thank you very much, caller. We're going to grab one more caller, even though we have less than 2 minutes. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, Mr. Osi.
Good morning.
Okay, this is Errol Reed. I just want to say congratulations to Radio Cayman and their 50th anniversary.
Thank you.
I can remember back in the days down in the 60s when we used to listen to Radio Jamaica in the day. And as nightfall, then that phased out. We had to listen to Bonnier in the night. Bonnier quite clear in the night. And let me tell you, it was a blessing when Radio Cayman came in. We could settle night or day. And Radio Cayman have been my station over the years. So I just want to wish Radio Cayman and all the staff a very happy 50th anniversary.
Thank you very much, sir. And we know based on that testimony that you will continue to be one of our loyal listeners as well. And we will have the renaming of the building on Friday. It will be called the Loxley Banks Broadcasting Center after Friday as well. But thank you. And we have so many listeners like Mr. Reed as well. And they certainly appreciate Radio Cayman.
For the Record.
So one of our listeners wrote and said, Mr. O.C., ganja is God's creation. Ganja is very good and helpful. And then they say, I wish you would let the show continue for the whole day. Yes, ganja is God's creation. And a lot of the things that God has created, and so it's cocaine, but not in that form. We take something and as a result of that, we derive, cocaine from it as well. So again, when we use it for good purposes. But I'm challenging all of the proponents of legalization or of this whole issue. What is it that they want from the legislation? Again, remember, the whole premise for the legislation had to do with people getting convictions for having small amounts of ganja, and as a result of that having a negative impact on their life, their ability to travel, their ability to attend school if they wanted to attend in the U.S. and things of that nature as well. And one more thing is that, and I understand the caller's point of view. He's not for it. He doesn't support it. And by the way, and I think one of our Rambo may have given the answer as well, and the caller did as well. Bob Marley's 36 years old. He died on the 11th of May, 1981. He was 36 years old. But we have to continue to have this conversation irrespective of how unpleasant it may be. If we can go to the polls and vote about it, then we can talk about it. Our legislators have to talk about it and debate it as well. As a matter of fact, one of these days when Mr. Elvis is in Grand Cayman, I'll invite him to come on the show and we can discuss it right here on For the Record if the opportunity arises as well. We have to discuss it. We can't sweep it under the rug. There are those who are for it. There are those who are against it. And at the end of the day, while you may not we may not be able to convert anyone to the other side, we still need to hear each other out. With that, folks, I want to thank all of you who participated this morning. Don't forget to continue to support your radio station, Radio Cayman. Join Mr. Charles Glidden Shallow at 12:15 for Talk Today. Don't forget also that the proceedings of our Parliament will be carried live on 105.3 FM, and of course a special day coming up on Friday as well. The LA will be at 2 p.m. and our special day right here on Friday as well. Folks, have a great day, and as usual, we ask the good Lord to continue to bless these three beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to yard. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Covering Little Cayman, Cayman Bride.